The fourth question on this list is, do you need help with anything? So essentially, we can phrase it in a lot of different ways, but the premise here is a question that offers support to you, that says to you, I am here to help you, I am here to assist you, I'm here to take the burden off of your back. I am here to provide in that way that you need me to. So it's whether it's, can I help you with anything, or do you need help with anything, or whatever the case may be, all right? He's trying to express, I'm here for you. And that again is a huge statement, huge question, because as I mentioned earlier, the man who is not serious ain't trying to be of convenience to you, isn't trying to be helpful to you, isn't trying to look out for you, provide for you, and all these things. He is just trying to get his and get out. All right. Now, are there some exceptions to the rule? Of course, there always are. But typically, he's going to stay away, the guy who's not serious, from anything that requires him to invest more in the situation or in the potential relationship. All right. Whereas the man who is serious wants you to know he's there for you, because again, he's trying to, I hate to say prove himself to you, but he is trying to show you that he's serious, and he is trying to show you that he cares, and he wants to show you that because he views you as potential, or he already has decided in his head he does want to be with you. And right now we're just going through the formalities of the dating process before we can make this official. You know what I'm saying? So any man who is willing to provide support, it's a really great sign. But this is definitely a topic where, as a woman, I know a lot of you have a struggle with allowing a man to do for you, all right? For various reasons. Some of you have become very entrenched in being an independent woman. You've had to do it for yourself. You've become accustomed to doing it for yourself. And so now it can be very uncomfortable, or it's not second nature anymore to allow a man or anyone to do for you, right? As well as there's the mentality that some of you may have that, well, when you do for a man, he's expecting something in return. So let me first address that, and then we're going to address the independent woman issue. Okay? So in regards to he will expect something in return. The man who is not genuine, the man who is not serious about you, yes. Typically, yes, he's going to expect something in return. It's a game he's playing. But you should not project that onto a man. You should not assume that's the case. Now, if your concern is, well, if I don't assume that, I may set myself up for that scenario. But consider this. Let's say man says to you, you need anything, let me know, right? And you say, oh yeah, you know what? I could really use, my car needs to get fixed. If you could just take it there for me, because I don't know how to deal with the mechanic. Can you just do me that favor? You're not asking to pay. You're just saying, yo, can you just manage that situation for me, right? And he says, okay. And then a week later, y'all are hanging out, and he's trying to have some sex. And you're like, no, I'm not ready yet. And he's like, well, wait a minute. I took your car to the mechanic last week. What you mean you ain't ready? I thought booty comes with that exchange. Like, what are you talking about, right? So here's the thing. That sucks that he would even do that. But all you have to do is say, no, that's not how it works. like you don't have to project this attitude or this mindset on a man, because you don't know who's going to actually try to pull that nonsense on you. So don't project it, just handle it when you come across a situation. So if it comes to that, he can expect all he wants. You don't have to give him a damn thing, all right? And I know that might be hard to grasp or hard to embrace, but the reason why it's so important is because, again, while you're trying to block yourself from being in that situation with the man who expects something in return, you are now pushing away the man who's trying to pour love into you. And the thing is that doing for you, providing for you, is a way that a man who is serious, a man who cares, is trying to show you and express love. So now if you have a hard time grasping that, consider this. Because everyone, when they care about someone, wants to be able to provide value to that person, okay? So let's say you are a mother, or just picture yourself as a mother if you're not one, and you have a child, all right? And as a child, you're doing for this child because you love your child. You're pouring into them. You're not expecting anything in return, so to speak, but you give to your child because you love and care for them, right? But now the child gets a little bit older, and now the child says, nah, I'll do it on my own. Nah, I'm okay, mom. Nah, it's okay. You'll notice that you'll start to feel some kind of way. Not because you're mad that they're able to do it for themselves. You're proud that your child can stand on their own 2 feet, but it's restricting the way that you pour love into them. It's restricting your ability to give to them. So yes, you don't want to necessarily stop them from doing for themselves, but you want there to be a balance that allows them to receive your love and you doing for them. So how do we bring this back to the man? The man who's serious about you, he respects that you are a woman that can do for yourself. He respects and honors the fact that, you don't put all the burden on him and just, act like you have no competence to handle things. However, he still desires a balance where you allow him to do for you and provide for you, because that's part of him expressing love. And you don't want to restrict the flow of love going either way. So you want to be careful with that. And I would much rather you practice allowing a man to do for you, and those who show themselves to be using it as manipulation or to try to get something out of you in return, let them show themselves to be that man, because then you can cut them out and get rid of them. So to me, allowing it to flow in that way allows you to see what kind of man you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way, I have to mention this even though it's a completely different topic. It's the same way I tell men who are afraid about women opening up to women because they see women throw it back in their face. And I tell the men, listen, open up to her, because then you get to see if she's that kind of woman. You won't be able to see that part of her if you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable in that way. So back to this, you don't get to see what kind of character this man has if you try to guard against it and you don't even know if that's the kind of dude he really is. So you want to be very mindful of that and learn how to become more comfortable in allowing him to do for you without projecting the fear of he's going to try to, use it against me in some kind of way. But then also learn how to let people do for you, because, being an independent woman, I always say I would love for y'all to not call yourselves independent women, only because by calling yourself that name, you become very locked into that mindset. And you have to understand that healthy relationships require interdependence, not independence. We all have to learn how to lean on each other. And again, if you're fighting that, consider this, like when corporations have team building exercise, that exercise where they make people fall back into the arms of their coworkers or whatever because they have to trust them. They have to learn how to lean on their coworkers. They have to learn how to let go and trust in order for that team to grow and flourish. Same thing in relationships, or I'll give you one more, in sports. If you're not willing to pass your teammate the ball, if you're not willing to include them in the game, you're going to deteriorate the chemistry of the team and the ability for that team to thrive. So in relationships, when we don't learn how to be interdependent and rely on each other and trust each other and be able to lean on each other in different ways, whatever the defined roles are in our specific relationship, then we're going to deteriorate our ability to really come together, to thrive, to flourish, and to have harmony in the relationship. So it's important that you learn how to embrace more interdependence. And again, you don't have to wait till you meet a man to do that. Learn how to let people in general do for you. All right. I know some of you may not even have anyone trying to do a damn thing for you right now. And I pray that people will come into your life that will be willing to take some of the burden off your back, or at least help you in some ways. But when you do have people offering, because some of you have had people try to help you and you're so quick to say, nah, I got this. Nah, I can handle this. Nah, I'm good. You're not good. You're not good. Let them help. Let them express their love in that way, and allow yourself to learn how to be interdependent. So back to the question from the man who is serious about you, when he asks a question that pretty much is saying, I'm here to help and provide, that is a man who is serious. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. I pray you receive the man who wants to love you, not just use you. And the reality is that there is a man out there for you. There is a man who wants to cherish you, honor you, and is going to fall